Tonight, following a devastating fire that took the lives of 8 dogs and took a home, a family is now speaking out. Plus, calls for an investigation after video shows Border Patrol agents on horseback aggressively moving Haitian migrants. And later, how local veterans are working to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease, one step at a time.
From CBS 3 Duluth, this is the CBS 3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Tragedy struck for a family in Duluth's Observation Hill neighborhood Friday morning. They came home to find not only their house consumed by flames, but also their litter of dogs still inside. A total of 9 dogs were in the home on North 1st Avenue East and East 5th Street. 2 adult dogs died along with 6 3-day-old puppies. The one dog that survived was found unresponsive. Firefighters performed CPR on the animal and used oxygen masks to help revive them. The dog is now in stable condition at a vet clinic. The owner of the dogs is now also left without a home. She's taking things day by day, which includes turning her focus on her one remaining dog, fighting for his life. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham hears how the owner is dealing with her loss and trying to move forward.
Coralie Anderson received a phone call from firefighters Friday morning letting her know her house was up in flames. When she rushed home, she saw firefighters battling the fire, but it wasn't the house she was most concerned about. When she arrived, she saw Ozzy, one of her adult dogs, with a firefighter giving him oxygen. Anderson says she was distraught when she learned her 8 other dogs had died in the fire, but the rest of the morning was a blur. Ozzy had inhaled a lot of smoke, which damaged his lungs and brought his oxygen intake to dangerously low levels. Ozzy was transferred to the Blue Pearl Pet Hospital, where he's slowly recovering while he stays on oxygen. Anderson says the whole experience has been difficult, but she's slowly and steadily moving forward.
My next steps are just trying to find a home for me and my daughter and our whatever animals we have, just trying to push forward.
Anderson says Ozzy's doing okay, but he remains on oxygen support. She's staying in a nearby hotel for the time being. Anderson says the outpouring of support from the community has been the most impactful thing as she navigates her loss.
All right, thank you, Quinn. Coming up tonight at 10, hear from the woman behind Ozzy's fundraiser and what you can do to help. Well, 6 years after her disappearance, friends and family are remembering Sheila St. Clair. She was last seen in Duluth on August 20th of 2015. Police started their investigation when she was reported missing on September 10th. Sean Carr held a gathering that year and has hosted one every year since. He says his heart is heavy to be back for the 6th year. Carr believes someone knows something about St. Clair's disappearance and says it's time to speak up.
Please, if you know something, come forward. You know, let us have Sheila back. I will be out here every year until Sheila does come back.
Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuscan says they know someone out there has the information they need to solve St. Clair's disappearance. Even if you think it's not important, you're asked to contact investigators. We'll have that number on our website, and you can remain anonymous. Tuscan says they're also in the process of setting up a reward for information, hoping to encourage people to share what they know. Well, Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, quite a bit of rain fell yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty decent, all right. We needed it, and it came in handy and starting to fill up our reservoirs again. So here's the last look at some of the totals that came down last night. And these numbers come courtesy of the National Weather Service's CoCoRaHS conglomerate. That's a system of volunteers that call in their number, stands for Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Observers. And so, close to 4 inches Solon Springs, 2-inch range for International Falls and Orr, 1.5 inches plus for Bayfield, and close to 1 inch from Superior to Ironwood to Ashland to Duluth. Well, now things are going to dry up and cool down tonight as our low leaves and higher pressure from Canada comes in. We're still seeing a few spotty showers here from the tail end of that low pressure system in northern Minnesota and trying to get towards the Apostle Islands right now. But in general, that high will take over tonight, clear us up and cool us down, kicking up a frost advisory for inland areas of Minnesota and Wisconsin. By the lake, it'll be around 40, though. Come tomorrow, the high-pressure system will make for sunshine, and that sunshine will bring temperatures up towards normal, 66 degrees. Will it stay that way for the rest of the week? I'll point out our next rain chance with my 7-day forecast coming up in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A man has been found guilty of murder after a Christmas Day shooting on the Iron Range 3 years ago. Jerome Spann waived his right to a jury trial, so a judge weighed in on the case, finding him guilty of first and second-degree murder, along with second-degree assault. According to court documents, Spann shot Gerald Macbeth 3 times. He died at a hospital. Another man was shot but recovered from his injuries. A sentencing date has not been set. Duluth police arrested a man after a drive-by shooting overnight. Police responded to First Avenue and West 1st Street downtown just after 11:30. Witnesses say a man drove by and fired several shots out a car window. Police ended up finding the car and the suspect in a parking lot in Canal Park. He was taken into custody and police say charges are pending. No one was hurt. Duluth's mayor joined a conversation with leaders around the nation discussing efforts to close a digital divide. The nonprofit Heartland Forward held a virtual panel with mayors today, highlighting the struggles some communities face with a lack of broadband internet access. Mayors across the nation say rural communities face the toughest hurdle as internet is less accessible. The pandemic put a spotlight on just how critical that access is for families as parents and kids learn and work from home. Mayor Larson says there are Duluth neighborhoods that are underserved when it comes to internet access.
We have about 35% of our population has no reliable, consistent access to broadband or internet, 15% only through their phone, 20% not at all.
Larson says she is pushing local providers to expand access points and investments for high-speed internet. President Joe Biden's massive infrastructure bill could allocate up to $65 billion for broadband infrastructure. And in national news, President Biden met with world leaders today as he gave his first address to the United Nations General Assembly. In his 35-minute speech, he urged the world's leaders to work together better when it comes to climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic and promised the U.S. will lead the way. He did not address the exit of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, but did say the end of the 20-year war will allow the U.S. to focus on addressing other world problems. He also addressed tensions with China. Meanwhile, outrage is growing over footage that shows U.S. agents rounding up Haitian migrants at the southern border. Today, U.S. Homeland Security Secretary said he believes there are now less than 10,000 migrants still encamped at Del Rio. An additional 600 agents were sent in to help with the crisis, and deportation flights to Haiti have been ramping up. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Calling this footage extremely troubling, the Secretary of Homeland Security is promising a swift investigation into video of Border Patrol agents on horseback aggressively dispersing Haitian migrants.
We look forward to learning the facts that are adduced from the investigation, and we will take actions that those facts compel.
The administration has surged personnel to the southern border where thousands of migrants, mostly from Haiti, have overwhelmed officials on the ground.
We will get it under control.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott traveled to Del Rio, where a makeshift camp has been set up.
It's total chaos, and the Biden administration, they need to up their game big time.
The governor of Texas is one of more than 24 GOP governors who have written to the Biden administration demanding a meeting about what they call a national security and humanitarian crisis at the southern border. One day after his visit to Del Rio, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas faced tough questions from a Senate committee.
You don't think you've played any role, and your policies have played any role in fostering and fomenting this crisis?
Senator, what we are learning from our interviews with individuals is they are receiving false information and misinformation from the smuggling organizations.
Many of the migrants came to the border after first leaving Haiti for parts of South or Central America. The Biden administration, using a pandemic-era health rule, is expelling most of them, ramping up deportation flights in what could be one of the largest mass expulsion of migrants from the U.S. in decades. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Today, Vice President Kamala Harris told reporters she was deeply troubled by that video of horse-mounted Border Patrol agents and added she will speak to Secretary Mayorkas regarding the investigation. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a special walk up the shore, how one veteran's home is raising Alzheimer's awareness.
Thanks to last night's rain, Duluth Airport's now running a rain surplus for the month of September, so we can enjoy a couple of dry days without feeling too guilty. We'll be dry and warm. Well, maybe we only get one or the other. And we'll talk about the 7-day forecast in more detail. Plus a cool down tonight coming up with just a couple more minutes of break.
Just like gray hair, cataracts are a common side effect of aging. A cataract is the natural clouding of the lens inside the eye. At Ralph Eye Care Specialists, our board-certified ophthalmologists offer cataract surgery to help you see better longer. Our team will work with you to create a pleasant surgical experience and a great surgical result. Call now to learn more about cataract surgery and to schedule a cataract evaluation at Ralph Eye Care Specialists.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Smithfield boneless country style pork ribs for only $2.49 per pound and get Black Angus boneless Aya Brown roast for just $4.44 per pound. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get a 12 to 14 ounce package of Dole Garden salad or coleslaw for just 99 cents and Honeycrisp apples for just $1.66 per pound. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
With over 30 years of providing the best service in the Northland, Ogston's Body and Paint has built their reputation through honesty and respect. So when bad things happen to your vehicle, trust Ogston's to make them right again.
Don't be fooled. Not all internet is created equal. At Mediacom, we have an incredibly advanced fiber-rich network. We don't just advertise fast speeds, we're proven to over-deliver on them. So you get more than what you pay for. And unlike many providers, we have hundreds of people who constantly monitor our network to keep you connected and protected. So let's talk. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 for only $34.99 a month for a year. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Get your snowplow from the experts at JM Auto Service. We are Western Snowplow headquarters.
Guys, I got eyes on northeast corner.
Newark Children's Hospital just got hit with a cyber attack.
Somebody from the Bureau got her killed.
There's a fox in the hen house.
International child abduction.
Let's dig in, people. Let's go.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Last night we had summer-style storms. Now tonight we're going to have autumn-style chill coming our way. Canadian high pressure settling into the region will clear the sky and drop the temperatures, and inland parts of Minnesota and a slice of Wisconsin as well facing a frost advisory through early tomorrow morning. So late season gardeners, take those necessary precautions. After tomorrow morning, it looks like temperatures will warm up sufficiently, so this may be the biggest shot at cool down conditions coming our way for the week ahead, but you never know. So keep an eye out on the garden along with me here for the rest of the week. Let's move on to the current conditions, which show a beautiful sky over Lake Superior, clearing up the clouds as yesterday's low leaves and high pressure takes over. And the numbers coming in from the airport up over the hill, 61 degrees. 54% for the relative humidity. North-northwest wind, that's going 9 miles per hour. 30.24 inches of mercury is our air pressure, and that's coming up as yesterday's low leaves and high pressure comes to call. Coming to call temperature-wise right now, we have upper 50s from Ironwood to Watersmeet and lower 60s for much of northern Wisconsin, running from 61 in La Pointe and Solon Springs to 64 degrees in Superior with Ashland and Hayward in between. Minnesota numbers are starting to dip down now into the 50s in the Arrowhead. Hibbing, Eveleth, and Ely are examples of that. Even International Falls has slipped to 59, but Cloquet and Carlton and Scanlon still holding on to 61. Moose Lake, hopefully their sensor gets fixed so we can look at their numbers coming up perhaps as early as 10 o'clock tonight. Doppler map right now shows still some lingering clouds on the tail end of last night's low pressure system. And in the Arrowhead of Minnesota and parts of the Bayfield Peninsula, we can see a few very light showers popping out of that. Nothing as severe as what was going on last night, so that's a good thing. There was some wind damage, especially in northern Wisconsin last night, with those potentially tornadic storms that fired up on radar coming out of Duluth here. Well, coming out of Canada tonight, we have high pressure that's settling in to make things chilly, at least for the overnight hours, and that's why we have that frost advisory for Minnesota and parts of Wisconsin as well. But then during the day, the high pressure allows a lot of sunshine in. It'll be a beautiful day with high temps close to normal, which is 66 this time of year. So those are the conditions we'll have for Wednesday and Thursday. Come Friday and Saturday, a new low pressure system brings our next rain chance, but that only looks to be about a 30 to 40% chance for showers rather than anything really heavy. Tonight, temperature-wise, we're going down in Minnesota to the lower 30s, especially for the Mesabi range. As warm as 45 right by the lake, though, so frost possible. Wisconsin and Michigan down towards Hayward, yeah, you get a chance for frost as well. Warmer by the lake, though. Tomorrow, sunshine comes around from that high-pressure cell, and Wisconsin, Michigan temps go 62 to 68. And Minnesota numbers about 62 to 68 as well. Sunshine for everybody. And sunshine will rule the roost for the most part for the week ahead, with the exception being Friday and Saturday with the 30 to 40% shower chances. High temps about 60 to 67 for the week ahead, and once we get into Thursday morning, it should warm up back into the low, even upper 40s.
Thanks, Dave. Alzheimer's is a degenerative brain disease causing problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. Studies show 1/3 of seniors die with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo shares how veterans on the North Shore are doing their part to stop the disease one lap at a time.
For many service members, the pains of war don't stop when they get home.
Lost a lot of friends in Vietnam. I've lost a lot of friends here because of Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's is a deadly disease. Some describe it as a great thief.
Alzheimer's steals your personality. It steals your mind. Eventually, it'll steal your life.
Put up arms! That's why nearly 50 people walked around the Minnesota Veterans Home in Silver Bay Tuesday, raising awareness for friends and families impacted by Alzheimer's.
Getting that out there to other people and letting them know, hey, this is a disease and it's fatal, and the more awareness we can bring to it, hopefully the more funding and things that we can do to provide for the people living with dementia.
With an accordion player leading the way, the group walked in support of the ones suffering and the people who care for them.
It was great seeing all those people and the flowers and walking with the group. That, yes, we all support this.
The walk's significance isn't in how far they traveled, it's in why they did it.
If one lap around the building will help, then I've done my part. And that's about all we can do.
One nation, under God. Showing patriotism, supporting the cause, and making sure no service member is left behind.
I don't want to lose any more friends. Not in combat and not railing against Alzheimer's.
All of the money raised this month by the Minnesota Veterans Home in Silver Bay goes directly to programs that help people with memory loss. They have one more walk planned for this month, and that's next Tuesday, September 28th. If you'd like to donate, we'll have a link on our website. Well, Kelly is here with a look at what's going on in sports today.
Some good news.
Good news, a deal has finally been met with Kirill the Thrill. Breathe a sigh of relief, Wild fans. Sports is coming up next.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
CBS 3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChev.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChev.com, a better way to buy.
Hi, my name is Dr. Andrew Davis. I'm one of the otolaryngologists and head and neck surgeons here at St. Luke's. Otolaryngology and head and neck surgery encompasses the field of ears, nose, and throat. The head and neck region is responsible for harboring all of our senses, and a lot of the daily functions that we take for granted really makes us kind of who we are and what we are. Having the ability to make such drastic and impactful changes in patients' lives is humbling, but also profound.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Black Bear Casino Resort invites you to join us for Fall Funds Saturdays in September. From 6 to 9 p.m., 4 players will be chosen each hour for their chance to pick a Fall Fun envelope and a cash prize of $500 up to $5,000. That's 16 winners with $18,500 in cash prizes each Saturday. Start earning your entry Sunday, August 29th. And for more information, visit our website at blackbearcasinoresort.com. We look forward to seeing you for Fall Funds Saturdays in September. And thanks for making the Bear your place.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
Now, CBS 3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
After a long summer of contract negotiations, it looks like the Wild have finally nailed down a key piece of their future. Think the high hockey heavens. Kirill Kaprizov has signed a new 5-year contract with the Minnesota Wild that will be worth $45 million. The $9 million average annual value is the largest cap hit in Wild history, making him the 18th highest paid forward in the NHL. Kaprizov won the Calder Trophy as the league's Rookie of the Year last season with 27 goals and 51 points. Wild training camp opens Thursday, but it will likely be without Kaprizov, as he will need to quarantine for at least 7 days after obtaining a work visa to return to the U.S. from Russia. Well, if there is one thing that the Green Bay Packers proved to be true last night, it's that one game does not define an entire season. And as Aaron Rodgers stressed after last night's win over Detroit on Monday Night Football, it's nice to silence the haters a bit. Rodgers finished 22 of 27 passing for 255 yards and 4 touchdowns, while Aaron Jones led the Packers with 4 total touchdowns and 115 yards scrimmage. That's against a struggling and rebuilding Lions team, but it gets the Pack back on track for the NFC North title.
Another disjointed game, you know, with the possessions in the first half, basically 3 possessions. We scored on 2 of them. So that's back-to-back games of kind of some weird halves for us. But fortunately, we got in the end zone, you know, as opposed to last week just getting 3. But I think we got into a flow in the second half. Sometimes it just takes one play. I think the throw over the top to Devontae kind of got us going, and you know, throw to Bobby, you know, was a timely one as well.
The UMD Bulldog football team has once again put themselves in position to make a meaningful run this season. They don't want to get ahead of themselves, but UMD has taken care of business through 3 weeks. They're one of just 2 undefeated teams left in the NSIC at 3-0, and currently they're the 11th ranked team in all of Division II. Their 6th-year quarterback, John Larson, it helps to have a 6th-year quarterback, just passed a huge milestone. In Saturday's win at Winona State, Larson surpasses 5,000 career passing yards, just the 5th quarterback in UMD history to do so, an elite group that also includes offensive coordinator Chase Vogler.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool for sure. I actually didn't know. I heard last week I was close to it, but I didn't know I was like 1 game close to it. Thought maybe by the end of the season I might hit it, but it's cool.
John's became a better leader as his time's been here, and as his 6th year, he's kind of a extended part of the coaching staff on the field there of getting us into good situations and getting us out of bad situations. And you know, hopefully John can throw for a lot more yards here this year.
UMD will look to crack the top 10 as they host the Wildcats of Wayne State College on Saturday, September 25th. That game you can watch on the My9 Sports Network. Kickoff is at 6:00 p.m. We also have a volleyball game going on over on the My9 Sports Network right now. UMD volleyball in action. Our own Alexis Bass is on color commentary for that. That UMD football team, man, you're going to want to tune in because I think they're going to do big things.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Thanks, Kelly. Well, tonight on the CBS 3 News at 10, after a year of construction, the city of Duluth is celebrating a new 42-unit apartment building aimed at helping provide a roof over people's heads. We're bringing you the special meaning behind the Decker Dwellings project tonight at 10. Dave, we looking at a calmer night tonight than what we saw last night?
Yeah, much calmer tonight, but a much cooler as well. Frost advisory for inland Minnesota and the western slice of northwestern Wisconsin. That's because of high pressure coming in from Canada. High air pressure puts down cloud development, so Wednesday will come up sunny, and the rebound of sunshine will rebound temperatures back to normal, 66 degrees. Similar conditions with us on Thursday. Friday and Saturday are the days this week when we could get clouds and rain once again, but this time around it's only a 30 to 40% chance for showers rather than 1 to 3+ inches of rain like we had last night.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.